Well,
principles?
the minute I reveal who I like, that's it for that person. So, I'm not exactly the endorsement people are seeking. So I've tried to avoid saying who I like. I think Newt is, obviously, he has many strengths. He's incredibly creative in terms of different ideas. Not all these ideas are conservative ideas, and I think he winds up getting bashed by the other conservatives who are running when he does come up with something. One of the difficulties I think the Republicans are having, I think several. First of all, I'm not certain that all these debates is a good idea for them. Basically, they put themselves out there week after week, sometimes several times a week, interviewed by sometimes extremely hostile media personalities who are at times snarky, at times critical, derogatory, and almost to a one, by the way. There are very few who aren't that way to them. So it belittles them. It forces them into embarrassing colloquies with each other. Because it's television, the notion of fighting and internecine squabbles is what is emphasized. And as a consequence, you start looking at each of these individuals and seeing every flaw they might have. Whereas if they weren't put on display in this kind of arena, this kind of forum week after week, it might be possible for a number of them to develop the persona of a leader separate from this kind of derogatory attack. I'm not certain anybody could withstand this. I think, frankly, if the Democrats were subjecting themselves to it, they too would have similar difficulties. If Hillary and Obama had gone on TV several times a week debating each other, maybe including Biden or whoever was running at the time, I'm not certain the American people would have had a very favorable view of any of them at the end of it. And so I'm curious as to why the Republicans chose this method. I think they're overexposing themselves. Second of all, the Iowa phenomenon, I think, may very well this year be finally played out. It is the first in the nation, and it is something obviously people have got to do. But if indeed the winner of the Iowa caucuses winds up not getting nominated again, they're certainly going to have to at least ask themselves, is the emphasis on this state something they want to continue? Now, I don't know what the answer is. That's something they have to do. I'm out of it at this point. But that just as a casual observation, I'm not certain this approach to their primaries is highlighting the strengths that are actually needed and actually in use when you're president of the United States.